Because Superman is coming out very, very soon, I am excited to announce the fact that I went to a comic book store last week and I picked up the first issue of Mr. Terrific Year 1, and it was phenomenal. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. My name is Aiden, and today we're going to be talking about Mr. Terrific in the DCU, and we're going to be talking about this comic book, Mr. Terrific Year 1. Going into this issue, I didn't know much about Mr. Terrific. I really just knew that he was going to appear at some point in the Superman movie because he's been in the trailers so much. And I know I heard some backstory about him before because they've been theorizing about what his role is going to be in the movie and how he's going to really be a part of the Justice Gang. I really just knew that he created the Terrifics during that whole period where Marvel wasn't using the Fantastic Four at all in their comics. And so because of that, DC had a window where they could build on the hype around the Fantastic Four without having competition for their team. So they created the Terrifics, which is pretty close and pretty similar to the Fantastic Four. This first issue was really good, and it answered a lot of my questions about the Terrifics and about Mr. Terrific really in general. It didn't answer everything that I was wondering about the Terrifics, obviously. It just told me the bases of how he first became this kind of hero, I guess. Really just how he created the Terrifics, I guess. They didn't even dive deep into that. They just had a flashback where he was talking about that, and then they went into his storyline of Year 1. However, because I don't have the main lore around that, I had a couple questions about characters and things like that, and I didn't really understand how the dynamics were supposed to work, so yeah, that's pretty much my only confusion about it, was who some of the characters were. But I'm very excited to see, as this story goes on, who these characters are and how they'll better interact with Holt and him as Mr. Terrific as the story goes on and he actually becomes Mr. Terrific. I also want to see how he gets out of this slump of being all depressed about his wife and really gets out of this whole being a hermit and becomes Mr. Terrific, and how he's going to fit into that whole team dynamic for the Terrifics. I'm hoping that the cliffhanger ending doesn't end how I think it might, and I hope that it continues on in the story, though it would be a good motivating factor for Holt to become Mr. Terrific. And I think if we could see Holt's transition from being depressed, down on his luck, to a whole superhero leader, it could make a great story. And really seeing him get to that point of being a secure hero and being able to become a team leader is how this whole story is going to kind of go. But with Superman coming out, I wonder if they'll do a similar thing as kind of a subplot, maybe, or maybe even just a small 4 to 6 episode show with Mr. Terrific, because I'm wondering if he's going to turn away from being a part of the Justice Gang into actually being a superhero and genuinely trying to fight for good, really wanting to be a hero and not be a part of Maxwell Lord's team anymore. I think that might be why we haven't seen him in the trailers for Peacemaker, but it also could be something else. But when we've seen the other members of the Justice Gang in the Peacemaker's trailer, we didn't see Mr. Terrific. At least I don't recall seeing Mr. Terrific. So maybe he won't be a part of Maxwell Lord's team by the end of this movie. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video was mostly about Mr. Terrific Year 1. Basically, I really think that it would be awesome to see some more of Holt and to see his whole transformation from this depressed hermit loner guy who doesn't want to do anything to help the world or doesn't really want to be a part of the world anymore, and then see him transform into this leader would be a great character arc to go through, and it would be amazing to introduce new audiences to his character before Superman. I'm really excited to continue reading this story, and I hope you all are excited to continue reading this story. If you haven't read it already, I definitely recommend you go read it. But with that being said, I thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments whether or not you are excited for seeing more of Mr. Terrific in Superman or reading this comic, you can check out any of my other socials on the screen now, and there probably is a video up there. Thank you all for watching. Okay, bye now.